Good morning, everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Helena. I'm the Executive Director with the Greater New York Chamber of Commerce, and I am really excited about today. Very, very popular topic. Samantha Williams from the Digital 628 Design. She is here. You know what? We brought her back. She's done this before, and this webinar is so popular because everyone wants to know information on LinkedIn. And when we have our online networking on Tuesdays, I usually go around the computer and ask everyone how they get their business. And the number one thing right now, answer is LinkedIn. And so I'm going to turn this over to Samantha Williams. Samantha, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for your time. This is going to be so informative. And this is a way to help you grow your business. That's the mantra behind the Greater New York Chamber. We are here to connect you and to help you grow your business. So I'm going to turn it over to Samantha. This is being recorded. So it will be on Chamber TV. If you have any questions, put it in the chat. I will be monitoring the chat and also letting people know about answering the questions. I'm looking at the chat right now. So if there's anything that you want, put it in the chat, but mostly the questions that you have for Samantha. Samantha, take it away. Again, thank you so much. I'm so excited for this.
Thank you, Helena, for having me. Thank you to everyone who's joining us. So yes, my company is 628 Digital Design. I like to say we drive innovation through digital content marketing, design, and strategy. And we are also a certified B Corp. So if there are any certified B Corps, please put it in the chat. I'm number 32 in Connecticut. I am originally from Southside Jamaica, Queens, New York, now in New Haven, Connecticut. And we are the 32nd B Corp certified business in the state of Connecticut. So this is my bio slide, just a little bit about me and the things I do. In addition to running 628 Digital Design, I have a nonprofit, CMWP Foundation, which also has a membership arm, the Collaboration of Minority Women Professionals. So we may have some CMWP ladies on the call. So CMWP is a nonprofit entrepreneurial support organization empowering Black and minority men, women, and children entrepreneurs. I have a 10-year-old childpreneur. His birthday is June 28th, so that's the reason for the company name. So shout out to the childpreneurs also. I also run Melanated Business Coaching, where in addition to business coaching, I provide technical assistance to help people get their business certifications and socioeconomic designations. So that's your woman-owned small business, minority business enterprise, women business enterprise, Black-owned certification. I help with that. I also help with grant sourcing, writing, reviewing, and submission. And I'm in the community. These are some boards and commissions that I serve on. On the bottom left are some awards that myself and my business have won throughout the years. And on the right are our certifications and socioeconomic designations. So we are here to talk about LinkedIn strategies for growing your business. And like Helena was saying, I want this to be interactive. I don't want to just preach at you. So any comments you have, you can put them in the chat. Helena's going to be monitoring the chat. And this is the agenda that we're going to go through. And we're actually going to be in LinkedIn, so we may not go in this exact order. Once you're in LinkedIn and you're navigating around, you kind of just start going down rabbit holes. But we are going to review your personal and business pages, talk about accepting connections, setting up your services marketplace, your newsletters that you could have on LinkedIn, giving kudos and recognition, really maximizing the features on LinkedIn, joining groups, polling your audience, and then we're going to close up with the LinkedIn certifications. That's right, 10 years old, and he's doing it. He was just at an event this weekend selling his products and services. Well, his products, that's what he's selling. So let me stop sharing so I can go over to LinkedIn. So let's share this screen. Pull this out. Oh, I had to do a reboot before this webinar, so I got to go back into LinkedIn. So We are going into LinkedIn and we're going to start by reviewing the personal versus business pages. So I hope you guys, you have businesses, so I hope you are using your business pages on LinkedIn. But there are features you can also use on your personal page, right? You have features like your writing articles. You can publish articles on your personal page. You can also do it on your business page. And my recommendation is to start to live in your business page. LinkedIn went through some transformations for a while and people wasn't sure, you know, should I be on my personal page? Should I be on my business page? And you can live in both, but you want to make sure that you're maximizing your business page because it gives you, although it gives you a lot of the same features, you get more when you're using a business page. So this is the personal page. You guys have been here before. I'm going to click over here on the right, on the left-hand side. That's where you can find your pages. So I'm going to go over to 628 Digital Design. I'm just going to reopen the chat again, see if I missed anything. We're going over to 628 Digital Design, and now I'm viewing it as an admin. I can also view as member. So if I view as member, I'm going to see how the business page appears to the general public, right? So up here at the top right is where I can toggle back and forth if I want to go back to admin. While you're here on your business page, you want to start with your cover picture. So if you don't have a cover picture, start thinking about what can I put into my cover picture to really promote my business. So here's our cover picture. It's branded. It has the brand colors. It has a blurb about what it is we do, a little tagline. It has the logo, and it has some of our certifications down here. For our business name, I just added the certified B Corp because that was an arduous process, and y'all are going to see B Corp everywhere because everybody needs to know about it. So while you're here, this is what it looks like as a member, right? So just anyone scrolling your business page and the different things they can see, right? And you want to go in every so often and just play around with these features. Go through your profile. Make sure you are optimizing all of the features and everything that they have here. So this was me an hour ago posting to get people in here. But here's your the insights also that the general public can see about your business. But if you go back to admin, this is the starting point when you go into your business page. So while you're here, you can see your analytics, right? So people kind of ignore your analytics on the business page, but you really don't want to do that. You want to go get familiar with your analytics. You want to see how they're performing. You want to see how your posts are performing. You can start doing some A/B testing, posting at different times of day, different days of the week, and see how your posts perform. So now we're gonna come out of here, and we want to go back to your personal page. So on your personal page is where you're going to be connecting with people. So what you want to figure out your connections, and if you're maximizing them, you want to go to your toolbar at the top and then click on My Network. And when you click on, okay, Adrian, we're gonna go through the business page and a lot of other features. When you click on My Network at the top, and you can do this on your phone. If you click on My Network on the phone, it's gonna have your pending invitations. So for me, I'm constantly on LinkedIn. I'm always checking my connections and sending connections. So I have no pending invitations. But I added this piece into the webinar because I do a lot of networking and I follow up. I have a whole process after networking, and part of that is connecting with people on LinkedIn. And what I find is in many cases, I come back, I'm trying to connect with people on LinkedIn, and it shows that I've already sent them a connection request, but they are not, they haven't seen it, they haven't approved it, because even you could decline it too, right? That's not, I don't care if you decline it, but at least make sure you're going in. So when I go into here, I have 0 received, but I can see all of the connection requests that I've sent. And so there's 3 pages of connection requests that and some of these are people that I know, but they're just not checking their LinkedIn. They're not in their notifications. They're not in their connections. So they don't know that people are sending them requests. And I can show you, I think it will show here. So if I go to her page, it's going to say pending. Right? So this is how I know that I already sent a request. And what happens on LinkedIn is if I withdraw it, so this other page that I can withdraw my request. If I withdraw my request, I can't send her another request for 45 days. So I'm just waiting. I'm in this wait period with people, right? If there's somebody that you sent a connection request to, and you really want to connect with them, my suggestion is to send them a message. So depending on if you're using LinkedIn Premium or if you have a free account, you may have limited credits that you could use to message people. But if there's somebody that you really want to get in touch with, then I recommend messaging them and getting their attention that way. What you can also do is look at your connections. So if I go to Jeffrey Moore, I know him in real life, I can also click on his page and I can see his connections. So it says we're connected to 643 people. So I can click on his connections and see who we're connected with. And I know Walia, so I can, or Shanae, I can click on either one of them or contact them via text or call them and say, hey, I'm really trying to connect with, hey, Aaron, I'm really trying to connect with Jeffrey. Okay, I see you're connected with him on LinkedIn. Can you make that connection? And so most people say yes, if they're able to. Helena, did you need me?
Yeah, quick question for you, because you hit something and I know that people are going to ask you. So there's sometimes that you kind of get blocked because you're in a different subscription. Can you kind of go over? Because if someone has a free subscription, they don't have access to all the connections, all the time, correct?
Yes. So when you have when you're using the free version of LinkedIn, you have access to most of the same features. So I'm on LinkedIn Premium, so I can see different things. But you have limited credits that LinkedIn gives you per month that you can use to connect with people. So you can go into, when you start sending messages, it'll show you how many you have left. And so you can take advantage of those credits and use those credits to send messages and connect with people. There are plan differences of, you get more features if you're on the paid plan versus the free LinkedIn. But yeah, so that was an example of seeing your connections, connecting with other people. The other thing is, I may not know all the people. So if I go into my profile, I have 10,425 followers, 500 plus connections. It maxes out at 500 plus connections. I think if I click in here, it'll tell me. So I have 10,365 connections. So there's a lot of people. I don't know all these people. So it has happened that people contact me and say, Sammy, I see we're both connected to this person on LinkedIn. Can you make a connection? And I'll say, I don't know that person in real life, right? Because the whole point of social media is to expand your network, right? You want to start connecting with people who don't already know you, your product, service, and what you have to offer. So yeah, there's going to be lots of people on my page that I do not know, and that's okay because you want to get your brand out there. Okay, now we're going to dip into services. So the services, you can get to the services on any page on LinkedIn, but I'm going to go back to the home page just so we can level set from here. So if you click on For Business at the top of the screen, you're going to scroll down to Services Marketplace. Services Marketplace, if you see up here in the browser window, it opened up a brand new browser because it's taking me away from, I'm still on LinkedIn, but I'm in the services piece of LinkedIn. So in services, this is our playhouse, right? We can go in here and we, as a service provider, we can list our products and services. How it works is if I'm a user and I'm looking for services, I can go here and I can click accounting. When I click accounting, it gives me almost 700,000 people that I can contact for accounting services. I can also search by geographic location, or I can submit a proposal. So I go in here and I tweak my proposal to say what it is I'm looking for in an accountant. So we just let in
Is
LinkedIn.
this on premium or this is for everyone?
So services is for everyone, but when you're on premium, you get more features. So I wrote it down here. When you are on premium, you can list your media. They show your media. Sammy, is that on paid LinkedIn? No. Can you show me where to find that again? Yes.
Can you go, yeah, can you go back? Because a couple of people are texting me right now and saying, where was that?
Okay. So this is the homepage of LinkedIn, and you could get the services if you're on LinkedIn. You could get the services the same way, but I'm just gonna level set at homepage. This is the homepage. If you go to For Business, scroll down to Services Marketplace. Christian, that may be true, but we're on LinkedIn right now. So on LinkedIn, this is how you publish it. So we went to Services Marketplace.
Yep.
And then it takes you here. When you get here, you can search. If you're not sure what something may be, you can search up here. It lists the popular services. You can see all services. How does it work? You discover nearby providers. They receive up to 5 proposals. So what happens is, I was walking through how to show you, right? So I had clicked on, let me close this one. So I'm new here. I'm looking for an accountant. So I click on accounting. It comes up with almost 700,000 accountants who could help me. I could search by geographic location, or I can submit a proposal. So when I go to submit a proposal, I'm looking for my particular needs. This is what I'm looking for. And what these questions do is narrow down that 700,000 people, right? Based on their service offerings and what they provide, right? So I'm just putting in some information here so that the accountant that they connect me with just has information about my business, right? So these are the tools that I'm using, and I'll just go on and on and on, right? So I answer all the questions. I'm not gonna do it because I don't want to start getting proposals. But what happens is once I press submit, it goes out to the people who have registered. Let me go back to the marketplace. People who have registered.
How do you get how do you register to they're emailing me? How do you get registered on there?
Yes.
Does everyone?
Yes. So that's next. So if you scroll down on this list, on this page, it will show you, are you a provider? If you are a provider, you will press get started. Okay, so this is all under the services marketplace, right? So I'm already a provider, so it's going to have my information when it comes here. So you can list 10 services. I saw that question. Okay, how many services can you list? So you can list 10 different services. You can put your about information. You can add where you're located. If you have an hourly rate that you want to put in here, that's general, you can put that in here. So this media piece is part of the premium plan. So because I'm on premium, I can add media here if I wanted to. And if I said I don't want this listed anymore, I can go down here and unpublish. So now that I went through my info, it automatically has it there, my content, because I've already set up my page. So on my services page, so see, this is separate. Okay, so now I'm on my services page. I can edit my page. I can add different projects that I've worked on, and this is part of the premium where you can add your projects as a carousel and you can scroll. Here's some information. Here's the services I've already uploaded. Here's the media again. Thank you, Erin. Here's the media again, which is part of that premium plan. And then just like you could get recommendations on the regular LinkedIn platform, you can also ask for reviews here. So here it says I have 20 credits available that I could use to ask for reviews. These are the requests. So the requests are those people looking for services. So this is a guy looking for resume writing. And so I can review this and say, okay, remember how I was just answering those questions in the looking for an accountant? These are the questions that they answered looking for a resume writer. So they went in, and then the last question usually prompts you to put in more information. And so he answered that. So if I wanted to submit a proposal, I would go here and submit a proposal. And then I usually do this on my phone. So on my phone in my notes app, I have templates that I can respond to. If it's a resume, graphic design, website, PR, whatever people are asking me for, I have a template response in my notes app, and I go in, copy, paste it, do any editing, and then I submit it. I always include a phone consultation. I actually include my Calendly link with my proposal, and I submit it. When you're in the process of doing this, it'll say proposals that include a phone consultation are more likely to hear back from the person. After this, it prompts you to message the person. So then it says, if you send a message, you're even more likely to hear back from this person who wants your services. So I'm not going to go through that. But what happens is, if this guy, Matthew, receives 5 proposals from resume writers, it will fall off of my list. So once the client receives their 5 proposals, the opportunity goes away. So if you see a request come in for a service you really want to provide, my recommendation is to get on it and hurry up and submit a proposal, because once they reach 5, you lose that opportunity. Yes, Erica. So if I go to, let's say I go back to my home page, and I'm going home just to level set. If I go to notifications, once the internet works. So when I go under notifications, it'll show up here. Here it says 2 client project requests are available for you. So it may say there may be just 1, and sometimes it says there's 10 requests in there. And then by the time I get there, there's 3 left because those others have fallen off. So where's it go? So we have 2 requests here. If I click view requests, it takes me back to the service page. You can do this on your phone too. If you do view requests, it's just going to show you which request came in. So of those 2 requests for services, 1 fell off already, and this is the only one left in there now. And I get these all day long. These are constantly coming in, mostly for resume writing. So we're back in the services page. If I click on client requests, this is going to show me the proposals that I've submitted for. And so there's 705 pages. So I get a proposal. If I'm interested, I'll submit the proposal. So it shows you the last time I submitted a proposal, 11 days ago, 14 days ago, and it goes on and on and on. Review status is for any active work. So there are, these are asking for reviews. So if I wanted to ask for reviews from my clients, I could go here and request the reviews. So Tyler, you said you don't see the option to join. That was here. Are you a provider? So this is the services page. Take your projects from to do to done, and you're going to scroll down, and you're going to click on, are you a provider?
Is it just services, or can people at nonprofits or any other type of company be on there?
If they offer a service. So they have to be offering a service that people are searching for. So when you click on see all services, these are the different types. So this is a nonprofit that does coaching and mentoring, or consulting. Then they can look and see if their category is listed here. These are all of the service categories. So this isn't product based. This is all service based.
Right. I see nonprofit consulting for someone who would just ask me.
Okay. All right. So any questions in services before Yes. And Tyler, you don't have to pay for premium. The features are available. It's just the free plan, you have limited features. The premium, because you're paying, premium is $59 a month. So if you are paying for premium, then you get extra features. How can users be sure that your certifications are legit? Well, I guess they would have to do some research, Christian. Can you show where you
Probably you would also get flagged.
Yes. Where you went again to provide the service, you've got premium. Okay, so let me go back on this page. So again, from the home page, we went to For Business to Services Marketplace. Services Marketplace opens up in a new tab. You see this. This is a 1:30 video of how this all works. So you can click that for a deeper dive. And then you want to click on Are You a Provider? So grow your business with a free service page. Is there a way to vet the proposals to make sure they are legit? So the proposal, when I submit a proposal, is coming from my personal page. So one thing, that's why I mentioned personal page versus and your business page, because you can build up your credibility on both. When you're submitting a proposal here, it's coming from your personal page. So one way to vet the credibility of the person is to see how many connections do they have. Are they, do they actually know people in real life? You can scroll through their page and see how active they are on LinkedIn, see the content that they're posting, because for all of us, we need to be not just selling our products and services, but we need to be positioning ourselves as a thought leader. And we're going to get into that a little bit too. So are they publishing content about this specific service that you're interested in? You can also look at their recommendations. So you can go to their profile, you can look at their education, you can look at their experience, and you can see any recommendations that they received. Christian, I think you should teach a webinar on Janus, however that's pronounced. So that's how you get back over here to list your services on the services marketplace. So now we're going to look at newsletters, right? Because we talked about positioning yourself as an industry thought leader. And so you can publish an article. They have it here. You can publish an article on your personal page, and you can publish an article on your business page. Again, this is useful in positioning you as an industry thought leader. People will say, oh, she knows what she's talking about. He knows what he's talking about because he has or she has published articles. And my background is in writing. So I'm a experienced writer, researcher. So my recommendation is when you are writing your articles that you are citing credible sources also, which adds to your credibility, right? You did research in your industry to see what's happening, to get the trending information, and you're using credible sources. So you can do that on your personal page or your business page. And I recommend doing it through the business page. Where did you find the page on all the service topics? That is under business and then services marketplace.
By the way, everyone, this is being recorded, so you can watch this on Chamber TV and go back to it.
Yes. How do you decide whether to publish an article on LinkedIn or your website, or you simply repurposing the same content? Excellent question. I repurpose the same content. So I go through the blog writing process. Once my blog is written, it is then published on my website. It is then published through my email marketing tool. I use Flowdesk. So it goes out to my email list, and then I come over to LinkedIn and I publish it as an article on LinkedIn. And articles on LinkedIn, you can just keep resharing over and over and over again. So on your business page, it's very easy to write an article. You're going to go right here. All you got to do is click write article. Bing bong, you're inside of it. So on your business page, what I recommend is setting up a newsletter. So this is my newsletter that I have down here, 628 Digital Digest. And so I can say, no, I don't want to publish that to the newsletter. I just want an individual article. I can do that. Or I can say, I do want this to be part of my newsletter, and it's gonna stay within a newsletter. When you have a newsletter on LinkedIn, you can share the newsletter to your page, share it to different groups, share it to different communities. You can even take that URL and post it on Facebook. You could post a URL anywhere and ask people to subscribe to your newsletter. So when when people subscribe, every time you post a new article through your newsletter, they're going to get a notification, just like, we have the notifications up here. So now let me go back to page. So when you are publishing your article, your newsletter, it's very easy and simple, right? Because I'm already repurposing. So all I'm doing is copying and pasting the title. It's automatically, this is the format of the title. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to copy and paste any sections that I have, all the content. And then I'm going to put my cover picture here. These are some text formatting, hyperlink picture insertion. So if you want to add anything extra to your article, you would just put it here, and then you would publish it and click next. So here are some settings for you to manage your newsletter. So I can click which newsletter. I can create a new newsletter. What's the difference or benefit to doing a newsletter rather than just an article or post? Yes. Yeah, so you can do the newsletter keeps your content together. So say you now have multiple newsletters. So I have one, the Digital Digest. But if I wanted to do a newsletter for social media management, one for marketing campaigns, one for websites, then I can tailor my content and say, oh, this is the article I'm writing about websites. Let me select my website newsletter. So people who are registered to subscribe to that newsletter, because maybe they don't care about social media. Maybe they don't care about PR. They only care about websites. They can subscribe to that newsletter specifically and get updates when that newsletter is updated too.
Can you take a link from someone else's article to promote that? Is that where that would go? Someone just texted me that.
Say that again.
So if they have an article that they're reading about, small business and marketing, and they want to share that with everyone, and it's a link, would that be part of their article, or that would just be a post?
That would be a post. That would not be, they would not publish that because that's not their intellectual property. That's not their content. So they
That's what make sure that's clear, because a lot of people don't understand that.
Yes. So when you're in your newsletter, when you're in the space to write an article, this is you coming with your own original ideas and content and saying, this is an article I want to put out, right? So the blogs that I'm writing, I write them, or my blog writer writes them. We go through our process, they're finalized. We then copy and paste and format to add to LinkedIn. If I see an article that I really, really love, and I think other people need to see it, if it's on LinkedIn, then I can just share it, right? So I can repost, and you can decide if you want to add content to it. So, hey, check out this article I just saw, or if you want to repost without any content and it just reposts for you. So if you have a link to an article, you would take the link, you would throw it into here to start a post, and you would copy and paste it here. I would still put a note, what you should do is ask for other people's ideas on it, or you can also give your expert opinion and say, I really like this article because it promotes this, which is really popular in my industry. As you know, this is a growing topic, and whatever, but it shows that you know something more about it. And then you ask the people, what are your thoughts? What do you think? Did you know this was happening? Are you staying on top of it? And then that's how you boost engagement with your posts. But if it's not your content, you want to make sure you're sharing it here, not as a an article. All right, let me go to the chat. I saw some things come in. So how do you segment your newsletters if you write on several subjects? So that's what I was just saying. So you would create different newsletters. So I have one, but I do the technical assistance through Melanated Business Coaching. Melanated, as you see here, doesn't have a LinkedIn page yet. So I can create a newsletter for Melanated Business Coaching where I'm just sharing technical assistance news articles about getting your certifications, applying for grants. That way, people who are interested in that specifically, they can subscribe to the Melanated newsletter. So it's just creating different, on your one newsletter, you can't segment, but you can create multiple newsletters to segment your audience. Is it okay to be more specific with your audience? Yes, you can be specific with your audience. Can you see a draft before you send it out? Yes. So before you publish, it'll show you exactly what it looks like. And then you can tweak it, go back and modify it, and then publish your newsletter. I'm planning a live series on my profile page. The profile page doesn't allow a registration form for me to gain participant data. The business page does, but that page doesn't get the same attention. So then what you would need to do, Erica, is share the, you want to use it, you want to do it through your business, but you can share it through your personal page. You can also kind of duplicate it, but unfortunately, LinkedIn just doesn't have that feature right now. So I can't do anything about that one. We talked about the newsletters. Oh, I like this one. So on your personal page or your business page, there's different ways for you to engage with your audience. So when you click down here, you have these options on both pages. You can add media, you can celebrate an occasion, share that you're hiring, create a poll, add a document, or find an expert. So like people looking for jobs, they could put their resume here. As a business, you could put your capability statement, marketing materials, whatever you have there. If you click on celebrate an occasion, it gives you different topics you could choose from. So thank you, Erin. So you could choose what you want to highlight. Give kudos. There's a project launch, welcoming someone to the team. I just saw this morning. Someone welcomed someone to the team. A work anniversary, if you get a new position, new education milestones, or a new certification. Thank you, Katisha, CMWP. I like to use this for giving kudos. So let's say I wanted to give kudos to Katisha's in here. So let me use Katisha. Katisha, you're not coming up, so I'll look for Letitia. So you have to be connected with the person for you to highlight them, right? So Letitia's my vice president over at CMWP. I can click on her name. Oh, and I can also include multiple people. So if I also include Randy, who is on the CMWP leadership team, I can include both of them here or just one of them. And then I'm giving them kudos. And so LinkedIn has templates that I can choose from. And I'll say, thank you for making work fun, because they absolutely do. So you can choose which one you want to use. And then LinkedIn uses generative AI to just start your content, and you can just post this if you want, right? But me, I would like to add maybe a period, some commas, things like that, because I'm a writer by trade, and this is AI. AI content is a whole different topic, but you do want to edit anything generated by AI. So I could edit this. I could add emojis to the content. If it'll open. Yes, open emoji keyword. It's being slow, but I can add emojis. There we go. Select anyone that I want. I can say, thank you both. You're amazing, right? I can move that down if I want. I can edit this and then I can post it, right? So when when I click up here, I can see who I want to send it to. I can say, well, now I can't because I have the attachment there, but I can, if I want to change pages and say, oh, I want to send this from 628, I can just click in there and change it. If I want it to go out to anybody, I can make these privacy changes. If I want to send it to a group, I can do it there. And then I would just post it out and they would get tagged on their page. That would go to their page. And that's using those tools that are in there under, so you went to your profile, like you want to make a post, and then this option, the little ribbon looking one to share something. And then I clicked on give kudos, right? So if you want to do welcome to the team, you'll get different images, right? But it's the same process. So that person will get notified. It'll be in their notifications. It'll go to their page. And it's a great way to do cross promotion and sharing content, right? So it goes to your page, it goes to their page. You're now extending your audience to whoever you tag there. While we're here, we can also look at groups. So here on the left-hand side, groups are a great way to connect with people of a specific topic. So I'm here in Connecticut, so there's a bunch of Connecticut groups that I'm connected with. I can see the groups that I requested to join. I can withdraw or keep them there. I can create a group if I wanted to. And if you wanted to join a group, but you're not sure what, I can search, you can search for anything in LinkedIn. So I put in, I'm searching marketing because that's what I do. At the top of the screen, once it shows, it's going to give you options to search by. So whatever you put in here, just click on groups, and then it's going to show different groups that's related to that topic that you put in there. So I put in marketing, is 100 pages of marketing groups that I can search for. Okay, so that's another way to get into those groups, start building connections, relationships with the people in those groups. You can post to groups, right? That helps you build your credibility within those subsects of LinkedIn, right? Because I'm on LinkedIn, but I'm in this group on LinkedIn, and these are the people in my group, and you start building relationships that way.
Question on that group. So if you're on your your homepage, I call it, your personal page versus the business page. If you join a group on your personal page, does that merge with your business page or no?
No, it's
Everything is separate. Could someone just text me on that? Everything is separate. So correct?
Everything is separate. Yes. So
Okay.
you're building different communities in both paces. So that's why I say you want both and you want to leverage both. What I do a lot is my posts go to my business page, right? My social media manager creates the post. We use Loomly to schedule the post. So through Loomly, there's never it's never going to be a question of, is it going to my personal page or my business page? Because I know I set up my content to go to my business page. But once it's on my business page, I can then share it to my personal page. So these are the posts that that I put out. I think, yeah, I reposted this one, and it'll show you. So I reposted that one. I can scroll down.
So you're saying that you should make the post on your business page and share it on your personal?
Yes, because most people
There we go, everyone.
They have the larger following on the personal page, but you want to direct people. What you're doing is converting followers from your personal page. Well, they can stay on it, but from your personal page to your business page. You want people to start liking and following your business page. So now I'm under the business page account, right? I'm under business page and I see a post. This is a B Corp post. This logo here, where it has this drop down, tells you which page you're on. So I know this is the 628 business page I'm on. But if I want to repost that, I can click here. I can click on my personal page, save, and then I want to repost. So now when I'm reposting, I know it's going to my personal page. And I can share without thoughts or just share it. So if I share with thoughts, it shows that it's coming from 628. That helps get people to follow your page. So I'm going to say live from the Greater
NY Chamber.
NY.
Well, on our social media, it's NY Chamber or Great, but our page here is Greater New York Chamber. I don't know why it's not popping up.
I don't know why either. Is it NY or New York?
Greater New York Chamber.
It's populating. LinkedIn is looking for
There
it.
it
There
is.
we
There
go.
it is.
It was looking for it. Live from the Greater New York Chamber webinar.
Love it. Thank you.
See, it's cross promotion. That's the if people I'm here in Connecticut, right? So people are gonna be like, there's a New York Chamber. How Sammy's in it? How can I join it? Right? So that now I reshare, and so I'm still on the business page. So if I scroll up here, I'm still on the business page. But when I go to that post, this post is now under my person. It's not under it, but anything I do here is gonna appear under my personal, like it's coming from my personal account. These are clients, so we're not gonna play with the clients pages. But that's how you go back and forth. So while you're on the business page, you can poll your audience. You see how on your personal page they have polling, but it's kind of off to the right. Here, LinkedIn is promoting you to use this feature. And what I found on all the social media platforms is the more you maximize the features and tools that they give you, they will open up more tools for you. Like you can go live on LinkedIn. They have the LinkedIn stories. There's all these different tools, but it's because people are maximizing their time on LinkedIn. So what you want to do is create a poll, right? Ask your question, give your audience a few options to choose from, and then set the duration of your poll. 1 day, 3 days, a week, or 2 weeks, right? And it could be anything like which is the worst day of the week to post on social media that you think, right? And then you put some days and people will post. You can put anything in here, and all you're doing is engaging with your followers. You're giving them an additional touch point to communicate with you, to know that you exist, right? And you're having a little bit of fun with it. You're not just throwing your products and services and your sales and promos at people. You're actually finding a fun, different way to engage with your audience. And I think it's great. People say to me all the time, Sammy, I constantly see you on LinkedIn. Everywhere I turn around, you're on LinkedIn. I always see your posts on LinkedIn. That's because you have to be social, right? You have to like, comment, share. And I will tell you, if you're commenting on people's posts, you want to use more than 3 words and also use emojis. That helps their analytics. It helps their impressions. And it also shows the platform that you're on that, oh, people really like this content because look how many words they use. They're saying more than thank you or nice job or whatever it may be. And so the last thing I wanted to show you was LinkedIn Learning. So if you go back to For Business, we're back on the homepage. If you go back to For Business and you go to Learning, so learning helps increase your skill set, which helps increase your bottom line, right? So the more you know, the more you grow. So LinkedIn Learning is available. If you are on a premium plan, it's included automatically. So that's $59 a month. I'm not what do you call it? I'm not promoting it. I don't get anything for that. But if you want LinkedIn Premium, it's $59. It starts at $59 a month. That's the one plan I have. If you want to pay for just LinkedIn Learning, it's $20 a month. So when you go into LinkedIn Learning, you can see the different content that they have. These are all the different areas and topics that you can learn from. There's a bunch of things here. The main thing I want to talk about though is certifications. So you can go into LinkedIn and you can actually acquire certifications for free through LinkedIn. They have the professional certificates, preparation, practice exams, there's CEUs, and there's also academic credits. So I was really drawn to the academic credit piece of it, right? You go in here, and the one I was looking at, I mean, they have everything, business analyst, graphic design, but what I was looking at was a Six Sigma black belt. So I'm currently a green belt in Six Sigma, but I can go through here. It's 18 hours, almost 19 hours of content. There's 14 courses in this plan. And then when you're done, you have a Six Sigma black belt certification. And so someone had asked, how you can you trust people's credibility? If someone's going to dedicate 19 hours to training for their black belt, I think that's pretty credible, right? So then what you would do is complete whatever training that you're interested in, and then you want to add it to your profile. You want to make sure people know about it. You want to share it in your posts, right? We talked about going back over here, sharing the celebration and the celebrating occasion, new certification, right? New educational milestone. LinkedIn is giving you opportunities to share your news and everything you have going on. And so that brings us back over here. Helena, we're back up for questions.
Okay, everyone loved it. Everyone is sitting there. Any questions? Put some questions in. You actually hit all the questions. They do offer, hold on. I think you hit all the questions unless I'm scrolling down. Any other questions? People were asking about the free trial versus the premium. Also free
Thank you,
trial and premium.
everyone.
Yeah, so if you have, should certifications be related to your industry?
They don't have to be. I mean, it could be something that you're interested in. So yes, it could be related to your, I'm putting my website in the chat. They could be related to your industry because that's going to add to your credibility. But if it's just something you're interested in, like the black belt, that's not necessarily related to marketing, but I have a green belt already, so I could do the black belt training and enhance my skills, which is Six Sigma. So it could just go back into the business to help me improve efficiencies and operations and things.
You know, she can't go back, John Johnson, but you know what? This is being televised. This will be on Chamber TV. You can go back and just kind of walk you through it. How much does your personal life should be on LinkedIn? That's up to you.
Oh
Just
yeah,
remember everything you put on is public.
Yes, and LinkedIn has evolved from where it used to be. I have people who say, oh, I set up a LinkedIn account when I graduated college and that was the end of it. LinkedIn is just as social as Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I find myself scrolling through LinkedIn because it's not just like business anymore. So I find myself scrolling and I'm like, oh, I'm thinking I'm on Facebook or somewhere and I'm over here on LinkedIn because there's all types of there's influencers on LinkedIn now. There's a lot of good content on LinkedIn.
Question for you. Someone wants to know, can you transfer your personal contacts to your business page?
No, you don't
Okay.
want to do that. You want people to follow you. You want people to connect with you, your business, your brand. You don't want to do a dump of what do you call it? Like when you a mass dump of now I took 1,000 people, I have 10,000 people on my personal page, right? So I'm gonna take these 10,000 people and automatically make them follow 628. They didn't opt into that. You want people to say, oh, Sammy has a business, or I found this business, 628 Digital Design. I want to follow that page. That's what you want. You want the organic growth. And I also, LinkedIn doesn't have a tool to do that because that's not promoting the organic growth.
Okay, hold on. Someone said something about being blocked. Hold on. I believe in relationships. Hold on. They asked 2 times. I've been reaching out to contacts related to my industry and was temporarily blocked. What can I do to avoid this? And can they access their account again?
Yes. So LinkedIn they will say, not that you've abused the feature, but you've been doing it too much. So I do the same thing. Like I'm connecting with people and they have a limit of how many connection requests you can send per day and per month. So once you reach that, they're going to say, okay, slow down, come back tomorrow, come back next month, and then try connecting with more people. So it's not that you're blocked. They just, they limit, they have a limit of how
Yeah.
many you can send.
Actually, when I went on the chamber page first, I was like, oh, I'm gonna, put out to all our members, hey, and they were like, slow down, and
Slow
then,
down.
yes, yeah.
Yes.
I know that, you know what, everyone, I just wanted to say thank you so much for Samantha, for this phenomenal presentation. Everyone, if you have any questions, you have her information, connect with her, connect with me, with the Greater New York Chamber, connect, on LinkedIn. We're here to help you grow your business. If you want, join us this Tuesday online networking. Samantha, on behalf of the Greater New York Chamber, thank you for your time. Thank you for everything that you provided. I'll tell you something, people are going to grow their business because of you. And we so appreciate that. It's so important that we provide this information. And because everyone, if you're on here and it's your business, you're going to stimulate the economy and you're going to grow your business and connect with everyone. That's what we're here for. So again, if you want to close it out, Samantha.
Yes, I want to say thank you, Helena, for having me back. It's always a fun time. The energy with the New York Chamber is just amazing. It makes me miss home. Yes, yes. And I will say, if you have not joined the networking calls, the online Zoom networking calls, you're missing out. They are literally so much fun. You thought the energy here was great? Wait till you join those networking calls. So make sure what is it, Tuesdays and Thursdays?
Tuesday to 10 o'clock online, and then we supplement it with in person. In fact, we have one, Judy is on here from IIL Learning. We have a power networking lunch in June in person. And also for anyone that's interested in World Trade International, we have May 22nd is our World Trade cocktail reception. That's in person. We'll have about 15 to 20 countries represented, as well as consulates, dignitaries. These are all the opportunities that you can meet and, meet different facets of those connections you want to meet with. So
Yes.
everyone, have a great day. Hope it's still beautiful out. Enjoy. We're one day away from the weekend. Samantha, thank you so much. We greatly
Thanks, Helena.
appreciate you and your
Bye,
time.
everyone.
Bye, everyone.